This is an exciting, transformational, unexpected shifts, and the last full moon before eclipse season. What? Yes, can you believe that? We're already getting into eclipse season. So this is the full moon in Leo video. If you want to know about what's happening energetically in the cosmos, you've came to the right place. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Karina, your healing arts astrologer, and I'm here to give you the full moon in Leo report. So welcome. I'm going to talk about a couple things. First, about today's transits, because the sun is Cazimi Mercury. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the US and about some plane crashes, where I see in the astrology that might be affecting that. And the full moon in Leo, I will read out of the inside degrees and close with a card reading. I have so much to get into, and I think I'm going to make 2 videos because there are so many shifts happening this year that it's pretty amazing how many endings are happening on the first 6 months and the new beginnings, the first 6 months of this year, as a lot of the outer planets are coming into Aries. So let me show you the charts for today. And here's the transits. I'm recording this on the 7th of February. So this is the chart for that. So we have the moon in Gemini, and we have Mercury, which is associated with Gemini, Cazimi the sun, and it was combust, right? That means that the planet is kind of getting burnt up by the sun. So the planet kind of loses its strength, and it's kind of over dominated by the sun's bright light. And so this tends to weaken the planet. Mercury is the planet of communication. So it could kind of act as a Mercury retrograde, not really like having that brain fog, not really thinking clearly. And you know, Mercury's making a less of a visible and harder to express itself. And I think that was one of the reasons, okay, that could be connected with some of these plane crashes, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. Today is the Cazimi. So Mercury is in the heart of the sun. This is a positive aspect. This is about the planet being intensified and purified. So it's attaining an exceptional status here, then getting, burnt away. It's merging with the sun's energy, and it's giving that strength, and it's kind of resetting this Mercury energy. So look at where this 1918 degrees, again, the 19-degree point in your birth chart, where it is giving you some more information. And also look for where Mercury rules. So like in this chart, Mercury is going to rule the 12th house, okay, and the 4th house. These are areas where we're getting a refresh, and this is new energy that is available when there is this Cazimi happening. This states also that the planet's extraordinary power and clarity, as it is receiving special blessings from the sun, and this can result in amplification and unique influence within the energy in the area of Aquarius. There is also this quincunx, which is this green line right here. And this is touching the Mars retrograde in Cancer with the Cazimid Mercury in Aquarius. They're both at 18 degrees. This acquaintance creates energy where these two planets involved are in totally different energies. They don't necessarily complement each other and they don't really understand each other. So there is tension between our communications, maybe our ideas for the future plans, and our frustrations around moving forward and taking action in line with our emotions, like what we're feeling. If there's a disconnect here from the mind and our emotions, we might be thinking one thing and feeling something very different. So we could be thinking about our future plans, but also having this emotional conflict. So this is a time to be mindful, to not be impulsive or reactive, as this energy is not available for an easy flow of clear communication. So we really want to avoid these rash decision making or trying to make a decision that has to do with our emotions or our family matters. This is a time to practice patience and mindfulness. So that's all I have to say about that one. So let's move on to, I'm going to pull up the US chart. Here it is, the US chart against today. And so the US is a rising Sagittarius. The sun is in Cancer. The moon is in Aquarius. So we're coming up here when the sun meets the moon will be a new energy cycle for the moon here. And I noticed that Jupiter is conjunct the USA's Uranus in Gemini, which I'm going to guess that most of these plane accidents, even though they might have been in other countries outside the US, the planes itself were made here in the US. That's my guess. We are pretty big in aviation, and Uranus is the planet of unexpected. And this is one of the reasons why the US is innovative in air travel and communication, because that's Gemini. We have in the United States a Uranus in Gemini. And this is the biggest planet, okay, of our zodiac, and it's transiting that area of the United States chart. Now, Jupiter was retrograde and it went direct around February 3rd. And then we started seeing a lot of plane crashes. This also has to do with it, okay? Also, the sun in detriment, okay? So Leo rules the 9th house of foreign travel, and it's in detriment in Aquarius, then the opposite of where its home is. And also, another thing that I noticed is Pluto is applying to the United States South Node. So it will be the closest coming up in 2026 around May. It's going to come really close. And then it's going to retrograde. And it will eventually hit this point in 2027, which will be, I think, a huge reset in our currency, financial, and everything. So we're going to see a sneak preview of our finances in May of next year. We're gearing up. What is our new systems of financial currency going to look like? How are we going to exchange energy? This is something that we are going to learn within the next 3 years. And that will be the focus during this Trump administration. And so my guess is, because Elon is partners, that we're going to see a lot of diversified currency. So let's take a look at the full moon in Leo. I love my Leos. I am a Leo. And so this is, you know, an intense time. I think a lot of highlights and seeing ourselves for who we are, some aspects of self that we maybe didn't notice before. This is highlighting also our creative projects and maybe even completions of those certain creative projects. This is also a highlight of our inner child's work as well. And we have a lot of Pisces, okay? And also today is when Neptune is exactly conjunct the North Node. And Pisces is about letting go and going with the ebbs and flows of life. Letting go of this Virgo energy that is about planning and practicality and acts of service and doing the work in the physical world, like healing others and through healing ourselves. But this is about our daily routines. This is also 9 to 5. This is like mechanical when it comes to doing the work because it's earth sign and it's practical. And we're moving away from that and entering in this magical, mystical, intuitive energy of water and releasing and allowing the past to be the past, letting go of the conditioning and the training and letting go of the things that we were taught and reconnecting with spirit, reconnecting with our higher self, reconnecting with God, and embracing the endings of the old world. So when we say the end of the world, we don't mean it as like we're, you know, Earth is going to disappear. Okay. This is the new Earth, right? And so we have a choice to live in the new world. And the new world is an open world. Open. It's about manifestation. It's about thought. And our thoughts and what we speak create our reality. And this could be like, for an example, when you talk about something, you pull up your phone and you literally have advertisements and videos and like everything pertaining to the things that you say. So the things we really want to watch out for, the things that we think and the things that we say and the things that we focus on, because our phones, our devices are all here to show you exactly what you're speaking of, what you're thinking about. I mean, there was a time when I actually thought about something, didn't speak it, and it was showing up on my feed. So this is the time of manifestation of the world. So we want to be manifesting the world and the life and the reality that we want to see. We don't want to focus on the things that we don't want. We don't want to focus on the things that are not the things that we want to manifest. We want to be focusing on the positive. We want to be focusing on the things that we want to manifest within our life and start speaking life into these things. And this Leo full moon is highlighting our desires, our heart. And we're with the opposition, okay, with Mercury and the sun to the moon, we have a separation between our emotions and our vitality. It's like our heart and our mind. There's an opposition here. So we're trying to balance this head heart and finding a way to blend and align both of these energies. The emotional tension is here, and we have this opportunity for growth and self-awareness through transmuting some of this emotional energy through creative outlets. We want to avoid seeking outside approval. That's Aquarius. That clouds our heart's desire, which is Leo, and our true self-expression, which is also Leo. So these future plans that align with the heart's desires, we're channeling this emotional intensity into our creative projects. And we're speaking with the heart and connecting with the inner child. As all these changes are happening, there's so many unexpected shifts, even unexpected shifts of the heart. Uranus is involved, right? So we have Uranus here at 23 degrees. This full moon's at 24 degrees. All the fixed signs are being affected, and that's Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. And we have Neptune, which is conjunct this North Node, that is asking us to go with the ebbs and flow of life. Pisces, there's a call to embrace more mystical and compassionate and spiritual practices and aspects of life. And it's pushing us towards this higher level of consciousness, not just in the physical world. Like, what is our desires, our food and like sex and like all this stuff, but it's focused on more of our outside of our reality, our physical reality in our body, and embracing this spiritual aspects of ourselves, these higher aspects, like really soul connections, our past life, our karmic partners in past life, and really connecting. And it's about also, this is the time, this Pisces, the 18-month cycle of North Node in Pisces is engaging in mindful activities like meditation, yoga, health practices, trying to connect with our inner self, but not detaching from reality through mind-altering substances. And if you feel drawn to a new path or a call, follow that. Pool, and even if it doesn't seem entirely logical at first, that's Pisces. A lot of things that are happening in our life right now doesn't make sense, and Neptune's energy can guide you to beyond your ego's limit and take you where you truly need to go and learn. So consider how you can be of service, whether that's through volunteering or doing acts of service, and thinking about other people's feelings and emotions instead of your own, and see where that takes you. Move away from escaping through mind-altering substances and focus on healing and better understanding your new path. Now, our Venus is in Aries. She's in this new energy. She's rebirthing, and she's feeling dynamic and passionate, and she's encouraging. She's encouraged to be bold and assertive in matters of the heart, creativity, personal values, embracing spontaneity, risk-taking, and expressing desires confidently. But be mindful of impatience and impulsiveness, being pushy, trying to force things to happen. And this is the time for a fresh and exciting new view on relationships, on creative projects, and adding a little spark of adventure to life instead of just going through the mundane, normal, old past patterns and looking at things, relationships with a new eye. Now, Uranus is square like I said, the sun and the moon, and this is unexpected emotional outbursts. This, Uranus is about freedom, and it being in Taurus is about freedom, and change through the value systems, being like, hey, I need freedom from these 5D, this, not 5D, but like it's five senses. So like this physical body, I need to break free from feeling like I'm physically heavy here, and like all the desires that are weighing me down, that could be addictive, or are addictions, or are things that aren't serving our higher purpose, which is the heart. And the heart is the biggest magnetic field of the body, and it's so powerful, as well as this Pisces and this connecting with our higher self. But these needs of freedom are possible shakeups, and they could be shaken up in relationships around your personal finances or your self-expression. This is a strong push for independence, stability, and progress, feeling overwhelmed by mental stimulation, just this overthinking. The advice is to stay flexible as Uranus forces the changes. So trying to control things will only create more tension, and find healthy ways of expressing your emotions through art and creativity, and practice detachment. Observe situations objectively and avoid stubborn resistance to change, and using grounding techniques when things start to feel chaotic, whether that's going for a walk, drinking some tea. I'm drinking this white sage with wild mint, and it is delicious. It is so grounding and purifying. I use also crystals for grounding, like hematite, and I just made this one, which I do sell on my Etsy. This one is magnetite, and just really heavy crystals that are grounding. Breathing techniques, eating grounding foods, and being in nature. Yeah. Sometimes just taking off your shoes, because the rubber kind of blocks that grounding energy from the earth soil that we need. Now, Mercury is quincunx to the South Node. And this is about letting go of the past thought processes and breaking free from overwhelming and overthinking thoughts, and adapting to the new ways. The challenging rigid thought patterns, like overanalyzing or perfectionism, which is all like this Virgo energy. And because this is holding us back from really like letting go of the past and like moving forward. Practice flexible communication, finding ways to balance your thoughts with the bigger picture. And then let go of outdated habits, and trust that not everything needs to be analyzed and perfected. Some things are just meant to be, and because they're showing us something about ourselves. Now, Pluto and Uranus is trine to this Virgo South Node. And there is a lot of transformation and unexpected changes happening within our currency and humanity, and letting go of the perfection and the things that we're taught. Okay, this is the known. We want to move to the unknown. Now, the transformational change of humanity's currency. And so this is how we move energy around, releasing the practical 9-to-5, the normal 9-to-5 jobs, right? And finding more creative ways to making a living. So this is revolutionizing practicality and work. Taurus and Virgo are both earth signs, meaning that this trine emphasizes material stability, practical skills, and methodical growth. So you might experience shakeups in your daily routines or how you used to work. As the collective, our soul has already developed skills of analysis and service, healing, work, practical daily routines. That is very mechanical. And we are releasing and breaking free from old patterns that have already been learned by humanity and stepping into this spiritual flow and divine alignment that is unimaginable. So we will be reclaiming our power through knowledge and service to the collective consciousness with the new technology. Uranus is shaking up our financial material stability, which is reawakening the new way to exchange energy, the sudden but harmonious shifts that are finding ways to heal from the past and detaching from the known as we are all stepping into this unknown path. And we are balancing the past and the future, recognizing that we need to redefine our past habits while integrating this deep transformational new life without getting stuck in the old ways. Stay awake to the unexpected opportunities around where we can integrate our past skills with these new structures and embrace this new technology and new currency on this conventional approach of letting go of outdated, perfectionistic, practical, mechanical ideas and integrate our past talents and skills into the new modern world. And last but not least, trust the flow of these changing currents and trust the process that everything is working out for the best, for the highest good of the collective, because we are closing one huge chapter and we have started this. I'd say we've closed a book and now we're opening up a new book. And this is the first chapter of our new book. And we, it's kind of like when you watch a movie and then number 2 comes out and you're just like thinking about how much better the first movie was. But then like you're not giving the movie its respects in just being a movie. Like sometimes we compare things that are not comparable. Like when we first experience something is not going to be the same the second time around. It's going to be different. And usually the first time we're experiencing something is so exciting. We're so excited. Like when we try something new, maybe it's like trying a food for the first time. Like you go and you experience sushi for the first time and you're excited and you're kind of nervous and you're scared. You're not sure what to expect or if you're going to like it. And then you go back to have it again and maybe you don't like it as much as you did the first time. Or maybe you tried something different or new and you're like, I don't like that urchin, the sea urchin. It kind of tastes like plastic and like fingernails, but I really love the spicy tuna and the tempura shrimp. And so you really, especially if you're going to like a fancy restaurant, like a sushi restaurant like Nobu. Let's say you go to Nobu for the first time and then you go to another sushi restaurant and it just doesn't cut it. you have to find what you like, because usually if you like it, then you'll most likely like it at other places, or just see it differently. You could say, wow, like this spicy tuna was like really good at this place, but it was also $50. And I like the spicy tuna at this place and it's $20, but like it has a different fill. It has a different taste. And that extra like $30 I can get, you know, a tea, or like I can go shopping and get a new shirt. So it's like you have to like find ways of accepting the old with the new, and understanding that everything is its own experience and nothing could be the same. You have a certain energy and a connection with certain people that you won't be able to get with another person. It's always going to be slightly different. And so it's just embracing that everything has its time. And we're learning and growing and experiencing and understanding that we have to be here now. We have to enjoy the experience that we're experiencing in the moment, and not hold on to the past and not focus on the future, but being in the moment and embracing what you're learning, what you're experiencing, with the challenges, but also the beautiful like connections and enlightenment and heartfelt like curiosity. And that's what this, Gemini energy gives us, is a sense of curiosity. We're curious, like, what is this experience that I'm experiencing? What am I here in this relationship, in this situation, in this job, in this place? Like, what am I here to learn and to integrate in the evolution of my soul? Like, how is this teaching me more about myself? And what a better person and wise soul I'm becoming from these experiences? And how can I appreciate the experiences and the life that I had in the past? And how can I embrace this new, exciting, unknown path and what it might have to offer? Because we don't know. And sometimes we just have to trust the process. We have to trust in God. We have to trust in the universe, that we are being guided to somewhere we have never experienced before. And that's the exciting part of trying something new and switching it up. Have you ever heard this saying, you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting different results is insanity? So we're looking to move away from the insanity and move into the unknown and figure out, what is the thing that I've been avoiding that might be so life-changing and mind-altering that it might create just an entirely different character in my life. So thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. And thank you for commenting and sharing my videos. And please leave a comment. Just let me know how this energy is affecting you. And also, if you're interested in working with me, you can head over to my website at LUCIDLIVINGMOVEMENT.com. And you can order a reading from me. I do astrology birth chart readings. I do transit prediction readings. And it all comes with free card reading at the end for clarifiers. If you are looking to get some girls together and have a paint night, I do private astro paint and sips where I come to your house or wherever you've rented a space, and I set up easels and big size canvases, and we paint, and you give me your theme or whatever you want to focus on. If it's a birthday, if you have a Valentine's Day event with all your single ladies and you want to paint, hit me up as well. You can DM me or leave a little comment below, and I would be happy to be your artistic host. I'm just living in my North Node in Leo, passionate, and in my first house, passionate artist and leader through creative arts. So if you would like to support me in any of those ways, in my Etsy at kcommodes.com, I will see you on the next video. Peace out, your Lucid Living Coach.
Karina.
So now we go to the cards, and this is for the full moon in Leo. Popped out. Knight of Wands. What does the Knight of Wands have to say? It's a fire card, so it kind of goes along with this full moon. Take action that serves the greater good. Action, fire, power, determination, initiative. So the Knight of Wands encourages you to take action. The universal current flows with you in support of your endeavors, making you unstoppable. Well, let me turn on the light. Feeling like it's a little dark right now. Let's see if I can get this. My light's been giving me problems because it fell over, and it just hasn't been the same since. Okay, let's see. Put it on the smaller one. Come on. Ooh, it worked. Wow. Amazing. Okay. The universal current flows with you in support of your endeavors, making you unstoppable. What stokes your inner fire? Honor what you're called to, for it may be called to you in return. This might be a new adventure or getting serious about something you've already been working towards. Let the Knight of Wands empower you to tackle and achieve what you're longing for, even if it feels like reaching for the moon. Remember, you have the entire universe inside you, and with it, all its magic. Allow yourself to step into this power and charge forward with confidence. Having the element of fire at your fingertips comes with great power and great responsibility. The Knight of Wands, while inspiring initiative, warns you not to get burnt. Before acting, deliberate on how your vision benefits you and others over time. Allow some pauses to contemplate how to best use your energy. Through you might just catch the moon. Would you really want to deprive the sun of its companion in the skies? So this card is asking us to create a vision board of what you want to achieve. Get specific about the imagery you add, then contemplate how these dreams will benefit others and come up with something that you can do every day to inch closer to that. So that's a really good card. Definitely financial stuff for me are some of the vision and goals that I have to start like figuring out retirement and stuff like that. So let's see what card comes out in this nature's path. It's intuition, and we have so much Pisces happening in the sky right now with the North Node in Pisces. And this is about connecting to our intuition and going with the ebbs and flows. You just seem to have a knack for knowing what's going to work. Your creative process is unique to you. You just get started and magic happens. You have lots of endurance and you're a hard worker. Once you get focused on a project, you don't stop. You are a trendsetter and you seem to understand what people love. You are very forward thinking. You are being reminded that you have your own inner voice guiding you always. Tap into your wisdom and allow yourself this higher perspective. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick one last card. This is from the Life Oracle. Inspired action. Such a fire card. Get into alignment and your action will be enlightened and inspired. Different vibrations will inspire different actions. If you're feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest and sleep. If you're feeling love, you will be inspired to loving actions inward and outward. So you will be thinking loving thoughts and do things that will emulate love in your day. Difficulties arise when we demand of ourselves things that don't match our current vibration. Everything happens energetically before it occurs physically. If you try to do it the other way around, you will feel frustrated, sad, and defeated. Get into the feeling you think you will feel when you have the thing that you desire, and your inspiration to create more of the same will come to you. So that is your card reading.